was just gonna come out here and talk and say there's nothing going on with the sky. And as soon as you do it, you see this. Watched all the flight traffic, been out here a couple hours, nothing's been releasing anything. And then all of a sudden, how do we lose them? So, we got this BS election going on. Everyone says it's rigged. We're seeing that it's not that rigged. There is rigging going on, but the people that are claiming it's totally rigged are pretty much being debunked by WikiLeaks, James O'Keefe, Veritas Visuals, all of that good stuff. Because there's people risking breaking the law and going to jail, or in an uncrooked society, they're still breaking the law in order to manipulate this election. So if it was totally set from the start, the people have no effect on it whatsoever, they wouldn't have to go to the extent they're going. If you didn't see the James O'Keefe video today, stop what you're doing and go watch it. It's I guess there's going to be two parts. This is a part one, and it's talking about the it's undercover camera on the Hillary Clinton campaign, showing the people on her campaign talking about how they've, you know, people have suspected this all along, but they've set people up. They've paid protesters to go to these events, harass the Trump supporters, go into the lines where they're standing and try and pick out people that look like they'd get angry, and just go over and try and aggravate them and provoke them to do something. This way, and they said, we know the media will cover it no matter which, you know, inside, outside, wherever we get to do it. They've provoked so much stuff. I guess one lady got punched in the face at one of these events. She was paid off. They paid and trained. They call it bird dogging, on how to aggravate these people to create a storyline to get people to buy into it. Like all of these people, so, oh, Trump supporters are violent and they're this and that, they're that. Yeah, because there's people going up instigating them. I'm sure there are some violent ones, but there's people being paid to go and instigate violence from these supporters. It's the most amazing thing. You see the back end of these scumbags on his campaign talking about the stuff they're doing to incite violence, basically. I sent one of the scumbags a tweet telling him, you know, he has his place in the corrupt history of America. He should be very proud of his deception capabilities. So, it's the most amazing thing. You know, WikiLeaks got shut down today. Supposedly they pulled Julian Assange's internet. And, you know, you got these slick people all over YouTube. Julian Assange is COINTELPRO, and Snowden's COINTELPRO. You know, that's really not worth debating to whatever extent. You're getting information you wouldn't have any other way. You're learning things you wouldn't have learned any other way. And you take that information and you do what you need to do with it. But no one can prove that these people are COINTELPRO and double agents and all of this good stuff. But it makes people seem like they're, I don't know, they think they're above, you know, the others in the so-called truth community, because they think every inch of everything is set up like a conspiracy. You know, one of the laws of basically the universe is yin and yang. To every yin there's a yang. And you know, as much evil as we see in corruption, there should be some good people out there trying to balance that out. Just like we got these bad cops, there's definitely some good cops. So we got everybody throwing everybody under the bus. Black Lives Matter and the cops. There's some good people in every organization, but it's being twisted by the media and certain people, like the Hillary Clinton campaign, in order to demonize everybody. This way, if everybody's demonized, we could sit there, you know, throwing punches at each other all day long and let them go about their corruption. But if it was totally set in stone, and all of this good stuff, like people say, these people wouldn't be going to these lengths with their corruption. You know, Trump would be doing 2 rallies a day all week, and in between the rallies visiting the cities and all of that good stuff. I wouldn't have the energy for that shit, and I'm much younger than Donald Trump. So he could do pull a Hillary and do 1 rally every 3 weeks or whatever, and still get the same effect. So to go out there and do it twice a day and run yourself around ragged doesn't add up to this everything is totally fixed and all of this good stuff, and I know the inside and you don't, and blah blah blah. So you could see the media, the way the media is making themselves totally exposed, and there's people selling out their own careers in order to push this Hillary Clinton agenda. So most people won't go that far if something's already fixed and set in stone. So you can see they're scared of something. They're definitely scared of something. The people coming together, or Trump getting elected, exposing corruption. Who knows? But you know, I like watching Lionel Media. He's always on RT, and he's got his own channel, Lionel Nation. He's on Twitter. But he said, you know, Hillary Clinton is not even an option. He says he's not voting, but Hillary Clinton is not even an option. He says that's basically a crime family at this point. It's like a mafia crime family, aside from all the disappeared peoples, you know. But it's basically a criminal organization. So we're seeing that with the James O'Keefe tapes. Do make sure you go and watch that. I've seen so much. I've seen the WikiLeaks. I've seen all of her corruption, and I was even surprised today. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How deep? Every day there's just more shit put on the pile, and these idiots are still supporting Hillary Clinton because they had their emotions hurt because Donald Trump said something 15, 20 years ago. You know, he's a billionaire playboy, always been frisky, said something in private, didn't say it in public. You know, I can get easily past that. Hillary Clinton's crimes are against the public, on the public watch, with the public dollar. Said she came out of the White House dead broke, and now she's worth $250 million from speaking engagements. Now these people that overpaid her for the speaking engagements expect favors back. She spoke for Monsanto, she spoke for Wall Street. You know, it's unbelievable. The Wall Street speech is coming out. She's told environmentalists to get a life. She's called her supporters complicit and compliant, and it's you know, basically sheeple is what they call, her campaign calls their supporters, and people are willingly going under that label. It's just disgusting. I mean, just to see the people against Donald Trump would make me vote for him regardless. These fake ass Republicans, the media, and most of the people voting for Trump aren't even Republicans, and Trump is barely a Republican. So is the closest we're ever going to get to something not so beholden to corporations, because you're only going to do it if you have that money. Jill Stein, you know, she's a great lady, all that good stuff, but she can't get no play. So maybe she's the best, most honest person for the job, but you could see she gets no play. So we already had a chance with Ross Perot, who I wasn't too familiar with then. Now you got Trump, and that's going to be it. After this, we're going to be stuck. You know, if Hillary gets in, Queen Hillary, it's going to be like living under a queen, and they're going to secure the corruption for the next so many generations. You know, they're ready to start war with Russia. You got Jill Stein, the Green Party peace candidate. She said that she'd sleep better with Donald Trump as president than Hillary Clinton. She said Hillary Clinton's going to start nuclear war. And that's the peace candidate talking. She said Hillary Clinton is terrible for the environment. Donald Trump said he wants immaculate water and immaculate air in this country. So right now it's filled with lead. 1 in 3 kids have lead in their system. The air is filthy. The water's filthy. So I'm not sure what people are standing behind with this Hillary Clinton bullshit. It's totally disgusting. You can see the frauds on YouTube. Casey Neistat, and that's come out too. Philip DeFranco, they're being offered money to do positive videos on Hillary Clinton. So it's just so shady. She's really trying to manipulate it so much that if it was so rigged, she wouldn't have to do all of that. So there's a window of opportunity in this country. It's a roll of the dice, and these idiots are literally gonna help this lady get in to help keep them in their safe space. It's such a joke. You got University of Florida offering counseling for students that are offended by Halloween costumes, and they're gonna have a hotline open for all of these fucking, oh my god, it's just ridiculous. And that's the idiots voting for Hillary. And most of them were Bernie people, so they should realize what she did to Bernie. I mean, that should be enough for anybody. The corruption that came out, how they rigged Bernie. So Bernie won't talk about it. You got Trump sticking up for Bernie more than Bernie sticks up for Bernie. Trump's right. He's like, Bernie would have a great legacy, but he sold out to the devil. Now he doesn't even have a legacy anymore. Most of his people know they're sellouts. They donated money to his campaign, and he's telling them to vote for Hillary. And his campaign sold all of their voters' information over to Hillary. Such a joke. So, Trump is the only shot of knocking down some of this corruption. I don't care what people think. That's it at this point. 4 years of Hillary, 8 years of Hillary. You know, you want to talk New World Order, it'll be set in stone at that point. Set in fucking stone. You might as well print up a handbook of the Georgia Guidestones, because that'll be it. Set in stone, boy. This is a little window of opportunity. You know, right now the country is as broke as it could be. So what you need is a financial wizard. You can't call Trump a financial wizard. I don't know what you can call him. Oh, but he went bankrupt. That's even more impressive. If you go bankrupt and you pull yourself back to $10 billion, that's more impressive than not going bankrupt. Means you learned something in the past time frame. So then you got NBC News coming out with their stupid the Trump tape. It's coming out that they sat on the tape to wait until closer to the election to release it to hurt Trump, which shows they're biased and is defeating all the laws of journalism. So got a very small window in this country. Another 20 days before we're living under a queen. You want to know what it's like to live under a queen? We're going to find out. Gets away with anything, does whatever she wants. Obama gave away the internet. Now he's saying we need to censor the internet. The internet's like the Wild West, and there's too many sites out there putting out false truths, and people need to go somewhere where they can know that they're getting the truth. And you know, he's coming after everything at this point. There's gonna be major censorship. Teddy Cruz asked in the hearing about if it guarantees the First Amendment, this ICANN where they sold off the internet. No, it doesn't guarantee your First Amendment anymore. So it's going to be under an independent international body. So it's just unbelievable how sold out this country has been. But go watch that James O'Keefe Veritas Visuals video and see the extent of it, because it's utterly ridiculous.